playing some Mono Green Cloudpost, of course, as usual. But this list is rocking 4 main deck endurance. Kind of trying to metagame against all the Rescaminator running around. Other than that, I haven't been running Elvish Spirit Guy lately, but I am running it in this league. And I got 2 Pithing Needle, Maze of Ith instead of Tabernacle, and I'm running Root Path Purifier, which is awesome against Blood Moon. Usually it involves getting Dark Depths after they play a Moon effect, then getting Root Path Purifier, making a 20/20. And looks like I'm on the play here, so what a strange hand. Let's see here. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm gonna keep this. This is wacky, but I can lead on Cloudpost, then Vesuva, then do like a turn 3 Green Sun for prime time. It's too tantalizing. I have to try. Crop rotation would be nice. Let's see what we're up against here. Rescaminator? Okay, we don't know yet. Ponder. So I could just fire off Green Sun Zenith next turn and look for like an Elvish Reclaimer. But I don't think I'll do that. This is great. Glimmer Post was a good draw. Hopefully we don't get discarded here. Okay, grief. Alright. So if they reanimate grief this turn. Alright, they take an Elvish Spirit Guide. But now we're in a really good position. We have a lot of good top decks. Even despite Wasteland. Probably just go for the Glimmer Post here. And we just need to draw into a Haymaker, basically. Keep making land drops. Hopefully they miss theirs. Or I wonder what they're digging for here. Those Surveil lands are pretty crazy. Alright, so they have 4 cards in hand. That's a great draw. See if they force this. Sticks. Take 3 more. Sheoldred's Edict. Okay. Okay, so the end of their turn, I could, well, I could do it now. Try to make it 2020. Don't give them the chance to draw into force. Now, which land would I sacrifice? That's the thing. I think I'll take my chances here. I mean, they could have Brazen Borrower. They could have Shieldred's Edict. But just going for it. Those are the two cards we lose to in this instance. Otherwise, I think it's game. Well, they could play Atraxa. Alright, we got there. Cool. Alright, so now we're going to side in these 3 Veil of Summers, set out a Prime Time, or do I want to set out both 2 Prime Times or just 1? That's a tough call. I think, let's see, I still have to take out a lot, so I'm going to take out these crop rotations, take out a ring, and maybe 1 more card. Take out a ESG. Let's try this. Crop rotation's nice, but I don't really like it against counter magic that much. This hand is keepable. Feels a little sketchy, but gonna keep it. Let's see if we get the turn 1 grief. Nope. Alright, I love having this endurance, double endurance here. Once upon a time, that's a great draw. And I think I will just take this Elvish Reclaimer and play it. I will play it in today's. The bad thing about this is we won't be able to activate it unless we draw an untapped mana source. Shieldred's Edict. Alright, this is great so far. So we have time. And now I think I will just attempt to, let's see, I could try to get a second one with Green Sun Zenith, or just play this Cloudpost. That's a tough call. I think I like the Cloudpost play better, since we're just developing our mana, and it gives us a next turn we could hardcast Endurance. You know, if we can just get 1 more turn without getting discarded, start to become a little more resilient. So we want to dodge Wasteland and any discard here. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so now I'm going to play this Yavimaya. Hold up Endurance. We got Once Upon a Time as well. I'm assuming our opponent maybe just has like a lot of counter magic, potentially. I mean, they didn't counter our Elvish Reclaimer because they had a good answer for it. And seeing no, not a wasteland here is awesome. And I think if they don't drop a big creature, I'm probably just going to play around days, so I won't play this endurance. I'll just fire off Once Upon a Time at the end of their turn. So they're going to surveil. See what goes in the graveyard. Grief. Okay, and if they try to reanimate Grief, I'm going to pitch. I'll pitch Once Upon a Time. Alright, so they probably don't have any counter magic, because if they did, they would have definitely countered that. Grief still got a little bit of work in there, so I mean, they still got 2 cards from us. But we're on track here. So now we got Endurance through days, which is awesome. And then we have next turn Green Sun for prime time, which is also awesome. And we have Eye of Ugin. No follow-up from our opponent. So I'm gonna just kind of think I'll slow play this right now. And I'll play. Do we want to play the One Ring or Green Sun Zenith? Let's see, we have 7/8 mana. So I could play the One Ring here. I think I'll lead off with the One Ring. Maybe Green Sun would have been the better play there. And so now I'm going to get 3. No, that's a Swamp Forest. So I'll get 2 mana. I have 3, 4, 5. Could play this. Force of Vigor. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's great. The One Ring can't be destroyed, so. What did they discard? Oh, this is Bug. That is very cool. Should have realized that earlier, but I wasn't paying attention. So now we can't be discarded this turn. Wasteland can hit us, yes, but reanimating our endurance. I'm totally fine with that. If they want to shuffle our graveyard or their graveyard to the bottom of the library, that's all good. Or no graveyard. Alright, so I'm assuming since they didn't counter our ring, they probably don't have a counter. But let's see. I'm going to bait a counter with Carpet of Flowers. So that gets fired off. I think I will draw 2 cards. If they play Bowmaster, they play a Bowmaster. No Bowmaster. So now let's go add a bunch of mana. Well, not a bunch. 2 green mana. So we're going to get green, 3, 6, 7. So X is 6. Yep. Get prime time. And I think I'm going to get Cloudpost, and we'll get a Caracas here, I guess. And then I'll play this Elvish Reclaimer. Shieldred's Edict, okay. And now if they do try to reanimate our prime time, I'll probably Endurance target myself. Take 3. What do we got? What do we got? Murktide. Okay. Should be on the lookout for that, but we're not in the position right now that that's a really big deal. But generally speaking, game 2 against Rescaminator, you want to keep their graveyard small. Let's see what we got here. So one thing I can do here is play Endurance, reshuffle my library, or reshuffle prime time to the bottom of my library, and then Green Sun for it. But I think, let's see, I think I'm in Emrakul territory here. So what I'm going to do is, oops, let's untap that. Alright, so, sorry. Alright, so tap this. Sacrifice the forest. Get a Glimmer Post. Then search for Emrakul and take infinite turns. There we go. Good games.